The power has been with you all along. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Trey Michael, and this is another segment of Applied Consciousness. I couldn't sleep. I first want to say to all my subscribers, to all the people who have been following me for this long, I love you. Live, love, and laugh. And I mean that. I know you haven't heard me, seen me in a while. I've been going into myself. Not something bad. It's something I want to share. And I know this is an experience that people may also feel but can't express because it's hard to put these in words. When you first wake up, when you first become conscious, it's the wowing time. It's the, oh my God, 111, 222, 333, what is this? Right? It's the realizing that you control your reality. It's realizing that for every action, there was an equal and opposite reaction. So if you want it good, then put good out and it'll come back, AKA the law of attraction. And these things were new. You and I had expanded our awareness, our consciousness to something outside of the status quo or the norm, right? Now, the reason that it's been a long time since I've come back is because I've went to this new realization. It's one of tearing down all of your walls and re-questioning where you stand and what's your belief. Not even your belief, what is your now awareness? And how do you fit in that frequency? How do you fit in that wave of perception or knowing? And sometimes when you're in those places, especially if you're a person who's doing podcasts or YouTubes, you're trying to get your footing. You're trying to get your grounding on what's going on. Although I share my experiences, there are those that hear the words, and some people hold on to them without questioning even my words, right? And if I'm saying something to you where I'm shaky because I'm in a new perspective, I'm in a new level of consciousness, and I'm not knowing exactly what's occurring, I'm not overstanding, I'm kind of understanding. It's wise to people then to obey by the saying, the lips of wisdom are closed, but to the ears of understanding. Because I would hate to ever get here and speak to any of you and not be speaking from our true place, not be speaking from something that I've experienced and tested and understand that this is the route that I know is the best for me. So I choose not to speak on it. But no, I might be rambling now. Got to get back used to this. But I'm at a place now where I saw myself going to a plateau and saying, this is too hard to break this wall down. Just let me stay here. Here is okay. I got a company. It's doing well. More sub-haulers and better rates for the customers and things of that nature. And hey, this seems like a good place to stop. But I felt that tugging at my heart, kind of like in the book that I've been saying for eons, Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist. And it was always talking about the man who got to a particular point in his awareness or consciousness or his personal legend. And he just stops and says, I think I'm okay with being here. I think I'm okay with this experience. But see, the love in your heart tugs at you, the love that wants you to connect to itself. It tugs and say, you're not there yet, keep going. And I was questioning whether or not to keep going. That didn't mean that I lost consciousness. It didn't mean that I was in a bad place. It just meant that I didn't want to be the greatest that I could be. Because sometimes it's challenging. Sometimes it's Sometimes it's things that you've never encountered, you've never experienced, and sometimes it's tough. And when you know that and you know it's time to go to that next level, sometimes, I'm not going to say fear. I'll say more of the reluctance to have to go through the fire. And today I'm assuming I made the decision that I'm going to keep pushing. I got to keep pushing because I want to connect to my true self. And I don't want to identify with this persona or character that I've created to make it to this next level. I want to reference back to you guys and ladies, the book, the Thoth, the Emerald Tablet. Remember I told you that my favorite part was the 9, supposed to be this portion of ourself that has elevated itself to the breaks beyond space and time. Its consciousness is beyond space and time, beyond that concept of the mind. And they were talking to Thoth, and Thoth, he just left beyond space and time also, and he made it there. And they told Thoth some things that he didn't even understand. And they said we were some of the first creations of thought or the creator. And as powerful and as knowing as we are to you, we know nothing. And to put that in context, it just means there is no end to consciousness. There is no beginning. To find love, because I believe that's what consciousness is. It's an eternal love. To go deeper and deeper in love with all things, which is yourself. You have to be willing to go through. I wish I knew of another way that you can experience, but it's hard because we've holding on for so long to these identities. And these identities limit us. These identities give us barriers. And we know that there is no barriers on love. You cannot box it. You cannot name it. You cannot categorize it because it gives it its limitations. Thus forth, meaning you have no limitations. You, like myself, should never cut off the other portions of ourselves because it's difficult or hard. We have to keep striving for the greatness that we are. I hope I wasn't rambling too much for you. I miss you all. Hit me in the comment section. Again, I'm going to try to get back on this horse and ride it out and share my experiences with you. Hey, like I always say, though, live, love, laugh, and namaste, 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 peace. Yes, it is like 1 a.m, and it's time to go to bed. Got to get up in the morning. Peace.